Hello students! Today, let us learn about the misplaced and dangling modifiers. What does it mean by modifier? A modifier is a word or phrase that qualifies or modifies a word, a phrase, or a clause. It may be an adjective, an adverb, or a modifier phrase. In this sentence, the modifier is the word red, which describes the noun car. Another example. For example, we saw the red car. In this sentence, the modifier is the word red, which modifies the noun car. Another example. He ran quickly. In this sentence, the modifier is quickly, which modifies the verb ran. Next example. Looking at the clock, he noticed that he was late. In this sentence, the modifier phrase is looking at the clock, which modifies the word he. Some sentences contain misplaced and dangling modifiers. Let us observe these sentences. The man yelled at the crowd with mic. In this sentence, the modifier phrase is with mic, which modifies man. It is not the crowd which has a mic. Next example. More beautiful than any human being, the explorer noticed the mermaid. In this sentence, the phrase, more beautiful than any human being, serves as the modifier. It modifies the mermaid and not the explorer. Moaning in haunting voices, the house contained many ghosts. In this sentence, the modifier is moaning in haunting voices, which refers to the ghosts and not the house. Notice that the modifiers or the phrases in blue are not placed closely to the words they modify. They are called misplaced modifiers. Misplaced modifiers are words that, because of awkward placement, do not describe what the writer intended them to describe. Misplaced modifiers make the sentences confusing and unintentionally funny. How can we correct sentences with misplaced modifiers? First, we should find the modifier. Then, identify the word, phrase, or clause it modifies. And finally, make sure that the modifier is as close as possible to the word, phrase, or clause it modifies. Let us now correct these sentences with misplaced modifiers. Let us place the words being modified closely to its modifier. The man yelled at the crowd with mic. Answer. The man with mic yelled at the crowd. More beautiful than any human being, the explorer noticed the mermaid. Answer. The explorer noticed the mermaid, which was more beautiful than any human being. Moaning in haunting voices, the house contained many ghosts. Answer. The house contained many ghosts that moaned in haunting voices. This time, let us observe the following sentences. While driving to the vet's office, my dog jumped out of the car. Asked to give an autograph, we were disappointed by the player's refusal. While walking home, a car honked at me. In the first sentence, the modifier is driving to the vet's office. Who is driving to the vet's office? It's definitely not the dog. In the second sentence, the modifier is asked to give an autograph. Who is being asked to give an autograph? In the third sentence, the modifier is walking home. Who is walking home? It surely is not the car. Do you notice that each modifier has a verb or an action word in it? These are called dangling modifiers. Dangling modifier is a modifier that does not relate sensibly to any word in the sentence. If a modifier or a modifying phrase comes at the beginning of the sentence, it must be followed closely by the word it modifies or describes. This is how we correct sentences with dangling modifiers. First, find the modifier. Then, find the word, phrase, or clause it modifies. Make sure the modifier is as close as possible to the word, phrase, or clause it modifies. And if the modifier has nothing to modify, add or change words so that it does. Let us now correct these sentences with dangling modifiers. While driving to the vet's office, my dog jumped out of the car. The modifying phrase, driving to the vet's office, refers to the word I. So, the corrected sentence will be, while I was driving to the vet's office, my dog jumped out of the car. Asked to give an autograph, we were disappointed by the player's refusal. The modifying phrase, asked to give an autograph, refers to the player. So, the corrected sentence will be, when the player was asked to give an autograph, we were disappointed that he refused. We can also say, when the player was asked to give an autograph, we were disappointed by his refusal. While walking home, a car honked at me. The modifying clause, while walking home, refers to I. So, the corrected sentence is, while I was walking home, a car honked at me. Let us now answer this activity. If the sentence contains a misplaced modifier, label it MM. If it contains a dangling modifier, write DM. Number 1. Using a variety of pedagogical techniques, the students were taught grammar. Answer: dangling modifier. Number 2. To improve his essay, each page was proofread. Answer: dangling modifier. Number 3. Wild and untamed, Jack entered the jungle. Answer: misplaced modifier. Number 4. While reading the novel, the pages that contain important information should be marked. Answer: dangling modifier. Number 5. Bright and full of flowers, Jenny entered the meadow. Answer: misplaced modifier. Number 6. Careful not to make a tear, the delicate paper was wrapped around the gift. Answer: dangling modifier. Let us now correct the sentences with misplaced and dangling modifiers. Number 1. The corrected sentence is, using a variety of pedagogical techniques, the teacher taught the students grammar. Number 2. The corrected sentence is, to improve his essay, Mark proofread each page. Number 3. The corrected sentence is, Jack entered the wild and untamed jungle. Number 4. Here is the corrected sentence. While reading the novel, I should mark the pages that contain important information. Number 5. The corrected sentence is, Jenny entered the meadow, which was bright and full of flowers. Number 6. The corrected sentence is, careful not to make a tear, I wrapped the delicate paper around the gift.